Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes and welcome to another SWGOH video. Hope you had a great week and that you're looking forward to your weekend ahead, but first we have a brand new Galactic challenge ahead of us. We are taken to the moon of Endor for the second time. Now you probably know that Endor was a homeworld of Ewoks, but did you know that throughout the galaxy off-worlders would occasionally come to Endor to hunt the native Ewok population? And you ask why? Because they used their meat to make Ewok jerky, which was apparently a popular snack across the Outer Rim. Interesting. No wonder Ewoks were slightly hostile when the rebels showed up on their moon, because they were like, no, you're not hunting us, no Ewok jerky for you, my friends. But anyway, do you remember last time, the first time we had Endor Galactic Challenge, I made a joke, oh, wouldn't it be lore accurate if actually we would be using Ewoks versus Empire, and this actually turned true, so I'm not sure how this one will go, because as we know, probably not many of us have relic Ewoks, so we'll see what we can get done with what we've got. So we're going up against Imperial troopers, and as always I'll cover the modifiers and the feats, and then show you my mods and explain some of the mechanics with the Ewoks, how we are going to approach this Galactic Challenge. If you're not interested in that, you just want to skip through to the battle, you can always do that using YouTube chapters below. But now let's get into it. So we got here global modifier, part of the tribe. Now last time when we had this, because we didn't use Ewoks, I think we had to use rebels, we didn't really need this modifier. But now using Ewoks, you will have to heavily rely on this global modifier here. And essentially what does is everybody, so you and the enemy will gain a special ability that has a shared cooldown of 8, and depending on who uses it, you will get different bonuses. So if your attacker uses it, you will gain defense penetration up and some extra damage. And then if a healer or support uses it, you'll be getting protection over time and extra bonus turn meter. And finally, when tank uses it, you get critical hit immunity and foresight for 2 turns, and they also get a taunt. Now mainly, we will be making use of the extra turn meter there from healers and support. So either Ewok Elder, Chirpa, or Logray can use this ability to give your guys extra turn meter, because Ewoks are all about that bonus turn meter. Especially when you got, don't have relic Ewoks, if the Imperial troopers there, they get a jump start on you, you will be in trouble. So you definitely want to keep your turn meter train going and going and going. So we'll definitely be using here this global modifier to help us with that. Now, booby traps modifier for Ewoks, because this is the first Ewok challenge. Let's just read this through and see what Ewoks will get. So we will be getting plus 50% counter chance and plus 20% speed. Now counter chance is nice, but what crucial here is speed, 20% speed, right? Because troopers themselves, they can be quite quick, and if they, Veers there starts with an AoE, takes out one of your Ewoks, it's game over, they get their turn meter train rolling and you won't stand a chance. So getting extra speed on your Ewoks will definitely help, because as we know, Ewoks in general, I think their base speed is very low, so we definitely need extra speed here. And then whenever an enemy targets an Ewok ally while attacking out of turn, that enemy is stunned for 1 turn, which is kind of cool, I guess. But if enemies, they start attacking you out of turn, you probably will be in trouble. So the stunning bit, actually, we won't really make a use of it. But plus 20% speed is what will allow us to outrun Imperial troopers in beginning. And troopers themselves, endless ranks modifier, if you need a reminder, they will start with 3 stacks of endless rank, and for each time you defeat one of them, they will lose 1 stack and they get revived. But this is shared across the team, so essentially they're getting 3 revives for free before you will be able to defeat them for good. Now luckily they didn't give us there on the enemy side too hard troopers, so there is no Dark Trooper, Death Trooper, and especially like Piet as well, Stark, there is no Gideon as well, so it's pretty much, probably the worst Imperial Trooper lineup they could have put together. However, there will be a challenge, because especially with Stormtrooper there on tier 10, he's very tanky, and Ewoks, they do very little damage, so you could be in danger of timeout, so we definitely will want to hit autoplay button quite quickly after a few minutes. Alright, let's look at the feats here. Obviously, you have to complete the battle, win after evading 10 attacks. Evading this one, actually, it'll just happen. I didn't really have to pay attention to it. Because remember, we got 2 sources here of Foresight. Logray and one of his specials, he will give Foresight to all of your allies. And as well, if Paplu, he's a tank, because of global modifier, uses the event ability, as well, everybody will gain Foresight. So you got, you know, like 2 good sources of Foresight, which will allow you to evade attacks. Complete the battle after scoring at least 30 critical hits. Not an issue, you'll be getting lots of attacks there, especially with Wicked. He gets critical chance up and things like that. So critical hits, not an issue. And of course, we will be completing this with a full team of Ewok units. Speaking of Ewoks, let me show you mine and their mods. So let's hop in and show you a little bit here. Now, I do have Zeta on Chief Sherpa leadership, and what this, I think, Zeta adds there is that you get some chance to call a random ally to assist. So this, I think, definitely helps out here in this challenge. But you know what also get from leadership, there you go, when Ewok allies, they will be gaining 20% turn meter when they do a basic attack. So you will see there's a lot of turn meter gains from all around the place here with Ewoks, starting with Sherpa's leadership. Now in terms of mods, obviously I just modded him for speed there, so he's at 273. But remember, we are getting plus 20% speed on top of that. Up next, we got Wicked here. Wicked is really your only source of damage, but even he, at gear 12, he will hardly be doing any damage. But anyway, I just put a critical damage set on him with some speed, and as you can see, his offense is not that great at gear 12. But however, just some of the weakest things. So on his basic, again, he will be giving critical chance up, so it will allow you to get your critical hits. And then his AoE there, when he does use it, you know, you will be getting 10% turn meter on his AoE for each critical hit. So again, you know, the critical chance up that he's getting will help him to land critical hits and fuel turn meter. Now, his special attack is very good because you can call a target Ewok to assist, and mainly you want to target there either Paplu if you want to dispel the taunt or Stormtrooper, or you can call as well Ewok Elder for some extra turn meter gain. And then finally, he's unique. I also have Zeta on him. I think this one's quite nice because it just gives you a little bit of health and protection recovery for your guys, because you know eventually troopers will get a hit out on you, so it's very important, you know, a little bit of health and protection recovery. I think Zeta on Wicked helps as well. Up next, we got Logray. He probably is one of the key pieces here, but let me show you the mods now. I just modded him for a lot of potency because they do have Magna Trooper there on their end that's got high tenacity, so landing any debuffs on him will be hard, and if you don't, he will resist, and then he will gain immediately turn meter. He can do an AoE and you will be in trouble. So that's what I'm talking about here. The hypnotize ability, it will daze everybody. That's why you need potency on him, because you want to daze these troopers, so even when they do get an attack or 2 out, they won't be assisting and things like that. But most importantly, it will also remove 100% turn meter from the target enemy. Again, potency is very crucial on Logray. And then, as mentioned before, one of his special grants Foresight on all of your guys, as well gives you bonus turn meter. So more source of bonus turn meter. So up next, I've got Pablo here. He's also a key character. You will want to make him as fast as possible, so just put my best speed set on him. So he's at 268. Because from my testing, in order to outrun Veers in beginning, your Pablo needs to be, I think, like 230 plus, somewhere like that. I think I had him at 236 and he was still going first. So as long as your Pablo is around 230-ish at least, he should be able to go before Veers. That's because on top of plus 20% speed you're getting from the modifier, you're also getting plus additional 25% speed on Pablo when he doesn't have a taunt. And of course, in the beginning of the battle, he won't have a taunt. Essentially, Pablo there, he will have plus 45% speed to begin with, and this will allow you that even, you know, with a 230-ish Pablo, you will be able to outrun Veers. And why Pablo needs to be very, very fast is because he's got a special ability here that can call an ally to assist. And obviously you will want to call Ewok Elder to assist, and then Ewok Elder on his basic will feed turn meter to your whole team, and then this will allow all your Ewoks to start getting turns, they're doing everything. So really, the key to hold this thing is to make sure that Pablo goes first so you can get your turn meter train rolling. Worth mentioning as well, his basic can dispel, so when Stormtrooper does get a taunt up, or if they get some any sort of other buffs, Pablo on his basic can dispel. So this is pretty crucial there so you don't get stuck behind the taunt on Stormtrooper. And finally, the turn meter train machine himself, Ewok Elder. I really didn't make any use of his special abilities here. It was just his basic, because on his basic he will be giving bonus turn meter to your guys. And there you go, I did mod him there for speed as well at 254. So these are my Ewoks, all gear 12, a couple of Zetas, one on Chirpa, one on Wicked, and good speed on everybody all around. So let's now hop into battle and let me show you how this one goes. Okay, here we go. So Pablo will go first, so you will want to call Ewok Elder to assist. This will feed turn meter to your guys, another basic, more turn meter. And then here just call everybody to assist, more turn meter for everybody. So with Elder you just want to keep using his basic over and over again. Now here this is really important that you remove turn meter from Veers and land a daze, especially on Magma Trooper, so you can keep him under control. And there we go. And after that you just pretty much want to, first you will have to go through 3 endless ranks, which means you'll have to take out a range trooper like 3 times. So essentially with all this low damage we have to defeat 8 very tanky enemies, and so you will probably want to hit autoplay at some point. But anyway, let's just keep going here, keep using basics. So whenever you do have ability there, event ability ready to be used with Chirpa or Logray, go ahead and use it. So this will give you extra turn meter. With Elder, I prefer just to use his basic, because his basic will be giving turn meter anyway. So just really Chirpa and Logray, they should be using that event ability. And as well, sometimes with Pablo, if you want to get foresight up before the enemy gets a turn as well, can help you a lot. So there we go. Let's try and remove turn meter from Magma Trooper. There we go. So we're pretty much keeping these guys under control for now. That's why you really want to have lots of potency on your Logray. And then here as well, calling Ewok Elder to assist for more turn meter. There we go, there goes the taunt. But now we do mass attack here, and because Pablo as mentioned before on his basic attack, he will be removing will be removing buffs. We were able to get rid of the taunt. Again, calling Ewok Elder here to assist. And the reason why I want to go after Range Trooper is because if he uses his special ability, they will be able to recover some protection, which means your battle would take even longer. So I'm just trying to get him out. Oh, that was a dodge there. Let's get a taunt up. Come on, there we go. Here comes the AoE. But because everybody were dazed, no assists, we were able to survive that AoE there, no problem. Let's see if we can remove turn meter from Magma Trooper, Snow Trooper actually, yep, fine. Keep going after Range Trooper here. Okay, well I should have removed actually their turn meter from Range Trooper, because now he recovered some protection, so there was a slight misplay on my end. But anyways, let's just keep pushing it through. Again, luckily, they're dazed, we can remove all these buffs from them on basic attack. There we go. Come on, there we go. I'll just speed this up now, because I will pretty much make a full use of 15 minutes just because I misplayed there. I went to remove turn meter on Snow Trooper, whereas I should have removed turn meter on Range Trooper. So if you do that, definitely want to remove. So first turn meter removal should be on Veers, second turn meter removal on Range Trooper, so he doesn't get his, very special ability out that will recover protection. So there we go. First endless rank exhausted. So it's a pretty straightforward here match, to be honest. Once you get going, just keep using basic on Ewok Elder, and then Pablo just keeps calling Ewok Elder to assist, Wicket as well, and then Chirpa and Logray, they keep using special event ability for more turn meter, and then obviously do make sure to always go around, keep removing turn meter with Lograve whenever he has his hypnotize ability ready. Alright, one more stack of Endless Rank. Come on, Range Trooper. Let's push back turn meter over there on Magma Trooper. Alright, there you go. Now they've used event ability as well. They've got Foresight now. Okay, let's score here Paplu for an assist actually to remove the taunt. Use event ability for extra turn meter. There we go, exhausted after what, 6 minutes, exhausted 3 stacks of Endless Rank. But as mentioned before, there was a slight misplay on my part. Anyway, you're just kind of pushing back turn meter on Snow Trooper. Range Trooper is almost out of here. There we go. And now let's go after Veers next. Probably at this point, you could just kind of hit autoplay. I wasn't sure really. But as you can see, you know, the clock is going down quite quickly. So I'm speeding up this footage even more for you. You don't need to watch this for 15 minutes. Ewoks doing like 4 or 5k damage at the time. So yeah, maybe today's challenge, you know, is probably even if you got lower gear Ewoks, as long as you can make Paplu fast enough, you should be able to outrun these guys. But the question is, will you be able to do enough damage with lower gear Ewoks that you don't time out? Because even with my gear 12 Ewoks there, you will see, you know, I pretty much run the clock all the way down. But we'll see how it goes. Come on, there we go. I mean, my other account, it wasn't as close. I think I had 2 minutes left on the clock because I didn't misplay there. I kept Range Trooper under control. But anyway, it was a good illustration why you should go after Range Trooper first, after you get, you know, days on everybody. And once, you know, just kind of down to these 3 guys, I'm like, oh my god, 4 minutes to go, hit autoplay. And, you know, because we got them under control, they can't do much here really. But you will see, it'll take like, what, 3 minutes to burn through Stormtrooper on autoplay. I will have then like 1 minute to go for the other guys. And it was literally like, I think about 10 seconds to go. So there you go. Going after Magma Trooper next, really speeding up this footage a lot because, yeah, it's a pretty safe overmatch then from here on out. And there you go, that's how I completed here with both of my accounts where I have gear 12 Ewoks, all defeats on tier 10, so we did lots of critical hits, evasions as well, not an issue, and we used a full squad of Ewok units. Now the question is, now that we do have Ewoks and Galactic challenges, will the next Endor Galactic challenge be the opposite, that we will have Troopers versus Ewoks? That might be an interesting one as well. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I hope you find this video useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below or on my Discord server. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.